here are the remnants of a sun visor. Looking a little rough. I don't think I can fix that one. So what I'm going to do is replace it. I've made I had to replace one portion of the sun visor, so I used this hardboard because it was all broken. Here's what it was like. That seems like hardboard to me. And got a corner broken off of it, another corner broken off there. The holes, I haven't figured out what they were for, whether there was a mirror there or something, but I haven't seen any pictures yet. Certainly there was nothing left of it. And these ones, this is the headliner material, so I'll use the new headliner material. This is vinyl, which is thin. It's thin vinyl without the padding on the back like this one has. This is the material I'm going to use, but I have to get rid of that padding because it makes it too thick. So I'll show you how I do that. So I cut a piece earlier just to see if it would work. I have taken the material off before using heat. This time I found that acetone actually breaks this glue down, holds it very quickly. So I can do that. This piece got stained and rubbed in storage, so I think I probably am going to have to replace that one. I'll try cleaning it a bit more. If it doesn't come up, then it's only a small piece of vinyl. But this is what it's like now. You can see pretty thin. And this is what it was like before. Quite a bit stiffer and thicker. That's the thickness there versus this. I'll show you how it comes off. It actually works. I just take a little bit of acetone, nothing special. Flip this over, pour a little bit in the cap, and do it in stages. So get it over on the corner, rub it in a bit. You can see that it's wet just on the one end. Gotta get rid of these. They're certainly not going to work with acetone. Okay. Once it breaks free, comes right off. Be careful not to stretch it. Don't be too aggressive. And there's the glue, broken down. And I'll rub that off later. And it will only release as far as you've got acetone. You can also take a rag and rub this off. Again, careful not to stretch it because it does soften the vinyl. I'll take a bit more. You can also use a paintbrush and brush it on, but I found that it evaporated out of the brush way too fast. I couldn't get much done. Just spread that out a bit, hold it up and let it hopefully run down a bit. And again, while the acetone is still wet, rub off the glue. It's easier than trying to remove it later. Again, another capful. Don't force it. Once it reaches the end of the acetone, just accept that that's it. And rubbing the glue off film also helps to keep it flat. It tends to curl if you don't do that. It will eventually go flat again, like this one, but initially it's curled up on the edges. Now to show you an end result I'm not that happy with. It's amazingly difficult to do a sun visor. Hard to believe. I thought they would be simple. But what I did, the best way I could find to do it, was I sewed in a Velcro strip at the back and made a piece that would go around. So I sewed up the edges afterwards by hand. I really couldn't get the machine accurately to run down the edge of the hardboard. It was a risky endeavor. So there's still a plug I have to put in here. There are little rubber plugs that go in there. So that's the thinned vinyl. And it's got 2 layers of the 1/16 inch quilt batting, the fibrous stuff, not the fleece, not the, it's tight batting anyway. I'll show a picture of that in a moment. So one way that might work is to actually sew this piece right around, doubling over a piece of vinyl and then sewing the whole thing. That could be done with a machine. And then sewing this seam on these seams on one side only, and then putting the piece over top of that. It's really difficult to use something hard that has to keep the form, pad it, and get it on there with the different pieces of material. And that definitely is beyond my capabilities. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but there's no way. So hopefully no one will really look too closely, but I really am not very happy with the way that turned out. Hopefully you can come up with something better. This is the 1/16 batting I used on the sun visors. Put 2 layers on each side, and that matched pretty closely what it was before originally.
Please.